So you're thinking about moving to Herriman, Utah, and you want to know the good things and most importantly, the bad things about living in Herriman? Well, I actually moved to and now live in Herriman, so you'll hear what I really like and what I really hate about living in Herriman, so stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Greg Spackman. I'm with the Living in Salt Lake City channel. So if you're looking to make that move here to the Salt Lake City area, click the subscribe button and the bell to be notified every time I do new videos. I've been getting a ton of people that are just like you that are reaching out to me about making that move to Herriman, Utah or the Salt Lake City area, and I absolutely love it. So if that's you, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, and let's talk about getting you here to Herriman. One of the things that I get asked most about living in Herriman is, what are the homes like? What types of homes do you have there, Greg? Well, we have homes on smaller lots, single family type homes. We have townhomes, condos, and then we have large horse type property homes here in Herriman. You're going to find that a lot of the new construction stuff is either a townhome or like a small single family home on a small lot. And that's what they're building currently right now. That seems to be what the big rage is. So just know that. My first pro and con about living in Herriman is the traffic. So the traffic is good and bad, but traffic on 134th Street or 13,400, whichever way you want to say it, is really awful. I would go pretty much and say it's terrible from 7:30 to 8:30 in the morning when everyone starts to go to work and school and everything. And then when they're coming home around the 4:30 to about 6:30 range, right in there. If you are traveling any other time of day, after the rush hour in the morning or at night, there's no traffic at all. So really it's not an issue other than those rush hour times. And it's not even that bad to go during that time of day. It just takes you longer than it would normally take you. Like you'll have to sit through maybe a light or two or three to get through where you're trying to go. Just know that Herriman has really, really easy access to a road called Mountain View Corridor, which is a highway. They plan to start building underpasses and overpasses along it, and that'll get you all the way down south into like Saratoga Springs area, all the way up to the airport roughly. Then you have another freeway highway that you can travel on called Bangor, and Bangor is pretty awesome. It has most of its underpasses and overpasses built. They're working on 2 of them right now, which are going to be awful for the next year or so while they build those. So we'll see how they do some construction, and I'll do another update with Herriman once they get it under construction so you can kind of see what they're doing with it. But it's going to make 134 awful, so you're going to need to avoid 134 and Bangor once that gets under construction. My next pro for living in Herriman is going to be the shopping and restaurants. And we're adding more shopping as Herriman is growing. There's this huge area. I'm going to open up the map here and show you where the shopping is and what restaurants are. And so let's jump to that. So here is Herriman here highlighted in red. As you can see, it's kind of southwest, but it's more south from Salt Lake City. And then it's kind of southeast to Provo. It's about 30 minutes in between each of those. So it's a really good location as far as that goes to choose. And let's get you back to where the restaurants and stuff are. So this is 134, this main highway right here. And this is the area, this is 134 here. And these 2 lines are Mountain View Corridor. And then these lines over here are Bangor, which you can see Bangor right there. So places to eat, this is over here, this is Riverton. So we won't touch on that, but that's super close. And there's some places to eat there that are good too. We have a Carl's Jr., a Wendy's, there's a Smith's in here for grocery store. There's a Jersey Mike's, there's a Cafe Rio in here, and then there's this Chinese place, Goldfish Asian Bistro, that's in here, and that's good to eat at too. Across the way over here, we have a KFC. So it's so-so. I don't know how they stay in business since there's never really anyone in the parking lot. There's a couple little places right along here that you can eat at. Right along this street here, the Salty Pineapple. It's kind of like a L&L Hawaiian barbecue, but not as good. There's Los Albertos Mexican food. There's Pizza Hut. Arctic Circle is pretty good to try for burgers. So that kind of covers that area. So there's just a few little places right along there, and then a few over here. We have a Taco Bell, McDonald's, Walmart Neighborhood Market right here for shopping. This is a great little market. They just expanded the self-checkout, so it's even more convenient to go. And across the street, Neater's Bakery. That's a good bakery for you to try for their stuff. The Iceberg, they moved. There's a Sonic over here. And then the Iceberg moved all the way down here by Redemption Bar and Grill. So if you're looking for a bar and pub, and I'll talk about that later, but this is where the Arctic Circle moved, right here. And then there's a Beans and Brews right there. Most of the expansion that's going on in Herriman is going on Mountain View Corridor. So we're just going to cruise on that. Oh, before I get to the new stuff, there's a Garage Grill. This place is amazing. It has good sushi, and it has some other good food. And it's got a cool theme where they have cars that are raised above you to look at. So a great place to go. This area here where you can see all the dirt, this is all working on being developed. And so they're like this Java Express that you see right here. It was dirt when we moved here. It's no longer dirt. It's actually open. Then they have a Quench It soda place that's open. And then you can see the Garage Grill. Of course, they've been there a little bit longer, but this dirt is being developed. So there's going to be a bunch more stuff there. This construction area here is going to be a Panda Express, and that'll open pretty soon. They have an Einstein Bagels, and then Winco. If you've shopped at Winco, they're great. You have to bag your own stuff, so it's good to go there. This whole area is all developed. There's a Taco Bell. Slim Chickens is actually pretty good food. Car wash there. There's Brooker's ice cream, which has some unique flavors. Super good ice cream. You got a Tony's Burgers here. And then my favorite place to eat is Mo Betta's, which they're not showing on the screen, but it's right here. So that's kind of it. And then across the street, you got Twisted Sugar and JCW's. And then this lot is not built yet. And then this is where the state-run liquor store is. So if you want to buy any of the hard alcohol, then you got to do it at this place, at least here in Herriman. And then right across the border, you got a Smith's Marketplace and some other little food places like another Jersey Mike's, Marco's Pizza, a Happy Teriyaki, McDonald's. So a few little places that you can eat over here. But that's pretty much it on that side. And then you could go into Daybreak over here for the Daybreak Sports Grill. That's pretty much it as far as the restaurants and your places to eat and shop in Herriman. Now, where you're going to end up going all the time, and this is where I go, this place here called Mountain View Village, this center here that you can see on the screen. So there are a ton of restaurants in here for you to pick from. They have the Crack Shack, which is cool. They have a Hello Sugar for a donut place. Cute little mini donuts that are super good. They have an R&R barbecue. The one in Lehigh is a little bit better than this one. I don't know why that one isn't as good. The Panera Bread. This is the first Panera Bread in Utah. I used to tell you that you had to get it at the airport. Now you can get it here in Riverton. And then they just opened the Shake Shack is the newest thing that just opened. And that recently just opened. There's going to be a restaurant right here at the end once whoever decides to take that one. There's a bunch of shopping in here, like a Lovesac. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they have like powered ports in the couch and a bunch of other cool stuff for your couches. Just a bunch of different shops that you can see here. The restaurant right here, Kona Grill, just opened. And this is where the movie theater is, the Cinemark. So if you're wanting to go watch a movie, this is the best place to go watch a movie in all of Utah, I think, right here. And it's not very busy usually. I don't know why, because the seats are super nice. People that work there are super nice, all of that. Then you have some other little shops in here to eat, like a burger place and then a chicken place. And then you got this restaurant just opened called Stack 571. Haven't tried that yet. We did try the Wild's Fan American Grill, and their food was good. So we will definitely be back to eat there. They also have a pizza place, Via 313, which so far they probably have either the best or the second best pizza, but it's Detroit style, so I think it's pretty good pizza. There's a coconut grill right here that you can eat at. Haven't tried that. That's on my list to try. They have sweet rolled tacos right here. And then there's a couple other little places over here. Sprinkles, Santori's. This Las Botelas place is pretty high end for Mexican food. They also have Wagyu beef there. And then just more shopping all along here from Journeys and everything that you can see here. Then when we go across the way, we have a Ross, we have a Five Below, we have a TJ Maxx and Home Goods, a beauty and cosmetic place, Old Navy, Sierra. Sierra's a great place to shop if you haven't been there. There's a toy store here called Teton Toys, so they got some unique toys. There's a Tilly's there, a Burlington Coat Factory, Famous Footwear, Michael's. I wonder if Michael's at the store. We'll see. There's a PetSmart here, so if you're wanting pet food or pet grooming, you can go there. And then Herriman's for your grocery store. And Herriman's is an upscale grocery store. Amazing food, like your meats and stuff like that. We go there for vegetables and meat typically, and then we go to the Walmart grocer for pretty much everything else. Chick-fil-A in here, of course. Gas station over here. They have Super Chicks and Chipotle. I prefer Chipotle over the other options here, but you can try that. Cafe Zupas, I just tried. Their food is actually really good, so I will go back there again for sure. And then some other little restaurants and stuff. Peace on Earth Coffee, some cool coffee shop. Just a bunch of stuff that's in this area. So between these two things, there's a ton of places for you to eat and shop at. The only thing you're missing really is Walmart and Target. So to know where those are, Walmart is right down here, right down the road. And then your Target is going to be up in this center here, right here, up in South Jordan. All right, so that gives you a good overview of the shopping and restaurants in Herriman. And some of them were in Riverton, which sort of sucks because our tax dollars go there. But the convenience of them, they're really, I feel like, in Herriman, even though they're in Riverton. My next pro is also a con, and that's the house prices and the state of the market. So, all right, so the average home price in Herriman is running right now $662. That's up from $655 last month, up from a low in July of this year of $573. So your range is going to be anywhere from the $550 range all the way up to $700. Let's take a look at my website, the Spackman Group. I'll put a link in the description for all the homes for sale currently in Herriman if you want to look on that. But here we go. All right, so I really feel like the best way for me to give you the best information as far as what is going on in the Herriman area for homes for sale is really just to show you online what the current homes are and how much they are for sale. So as you can see, as I scroll here, here's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 3,600 square foot, $675. So that's just a touch over the average price. Here's one for $930, and this one's 3,300 square feet. Got a 3-car garage. Here's a 3.3 for $950. And then you can see $1 million for 7-bedroom, 4-bath. So if you need a huge home, you can definitely get them here in Herriman. There's a little 2-bedroom, 2-bath. This is in a 55 plus community, $664, $735, $699, $645, $335, $3.2. So this is a condo. 1.2 for this one, $677. I'll just keep scrolling slowly through here. Here's one that's $560, $5.3, so you can get under $600. It's just not going to be super easy. Here's a 3.3 for $495. So hopefully that gives you an idea of what some of the homes are currently on the market here in Herriman, Utah. You can spend up to $2.5 million on a home or as little as $400,000. Looks like you're going to be in the 6 to 9 range for your 4-bedroom-ish home here in the Herriman area. My next pro of living in Herriman, and I already showed you it on the map, but that's the Mountain View Village. And while that's in Riverton, as again I said, it is right here pretty much in Herriman. So depending upon where you live, I think it's about 4 minutes away for me to get to there where I live. So we go there all the time because of how close it is. And then the movie theater, as I said, is awesome there. But that center is going to be a major area that you travel to. Going to depend on which grocery store you like. You're either going to shop for groceries at Smith's, which is a Kroger brand, or at the Walmart grocer or the big Walmart, or you're going to then go to Herriman's. And so it just depends on what style of food you want and everything. But the closest that we could get to a Publix is Herriman's out here. So if you are a Publix fan, Herriman's is pretty close to that. My next con of living in Herriman is going to be that the nightlife here is pretty horrible. You're going to find it the case in most cities around Salt Lake City other than in downtown Salt Lake area. But you have the About Time Pub and Grill, and they're open till 1 a.m. You have to be 21 years or older to go inside it. So while the food is actually pretty decent, we can't take our kids there to eat. So that's super weird for us, coming from where I could have my kids eat wherever they could eat and not have to deal with that. But that's one of the rules here in Utah. You also have the Redemption Bar and Grill, and I believe they're open until 11. And then you have Garage Grill that closes at 9 p.m. So really those three is it for the nightlife for the most part here in Herriman. Next pro of living in Herriman is the dog park, and it's pretty awesome. And I'll show you where that is right now, just so you have an idea of where it is on the map. You can see it right here on the map. My next pro of living in Herriman is the Herriman Center, and they do ice skating outdoors here, and that's coming up in the wintertime. Once it gets cold enough, that's going to open. So how awesome is that you can actually skate outside? We didn't do it last year, and we will do it this year for sure. Next pro of living in Herriman is everything is pretty much new. So while it's cookie cutter places, it's really nice to see new buildings, new homes, all of that. Sure, there's older areas in Herriman, but the majority of it is new. And that was one of the pros for us picking Herriman to live in, was just we didn't want a town that felt like it was 40 or 50 years old, which if you like that, we definitely can help you find that area, because there are cities around Salt Lake that are having that feel, but we wanted all new, nice and new. So that was our thing. Next pro, and this is something that's personal, I feel like Herriman has a really good mix of people. So whether you're 20 years old, 80 years old, you're 40 years old, you're single, you're married, you have a boyfriend, you have a girlfriend, you're single, you're going to find pretty much everyone here in Herriman. There are a ton of Facebook groups for moms, kids, play dates, families, young adults, etc. That is going to give you a ton of opportunities to connect with people in Herriman. They have a thing called Herriman Days where they have rodeo, concerts, and food trucks. So make sure that you check that out and look that up. Moving on to our next pro. Our next pro of living in Herriman is going to be new construction homes. So you're going to be able to get a condo, townhome, single family, and luxury. We have it all in Herriman. So what are you looking for? Drop it in the comments below or shoot me a text and let me know what you're looking for. Next pro of living in Herriman is going to be your proximity to hiking trails. They have this cool trail here in Herriman where you can hike up to a flag on the hill. You're not that far away from all the ski resorts, 30 to 45 minutes to be able to snow ski, snowboard. You're 45 minutes away from Park City, so if you want to go up there and ski there, or just go up there in the summertime and shop and look around, walk around, Park City is an amazing place to go visit. Tons of good places to eat up there. We just ate at this really cool Mexican place up there where it's like car type themed. It's super cool. Next pro on the list is going to be your location. And I already touched on this a little bit, but you can see on the map here, you're 30 minutes to downtown Salt Lake, 30 minutes to Provo. You are also going to, at some point here, I believe they're going to add it in Riverton, but that's near that Mountain View Village area. They're going to add a tracks expansion there. So you will be able to take the tracks, and the track system runs all the way into Salt Lake or to the airport or to some other areas, which is super cool. So you can get around really easily and super cheap on that. It's like a light rail system. You can see what it looks like here on the screen. But they have that. And then we also have the front runner train that you can take that goes north-south kind of along I-15. So you can get to Provo and then all the way up to like the Ogden-Layton area on the train. Just know we have good public transportation in the Salt Lake City area, so you can use that here in Herriman. If you're finding value in my video right now, could you please click the like button? I'd really appreciate that. Lets more people know about my videos. So if you're thinking about making that move to Herriman or any city in the Salt Lake City area, please reach out to me and my team. We'd love to help you, talk to you, help you find the right city that meshes with you. Hopefully it's Herriman because it's a great city. Until next time, be rad.